If you're a company, you don't hire all your people from one university. Of course, I wish you hired everybody from my university, but in reality, you go and you seek out different intelligence, different talented people from many different universities. And they're constantly changing. You get different people with different qualities. And when we start thinking about models and AI, it's very similar. We want to go and seek out the best talent at the best price. But in order to do that, we have to have choice in the models that we use. In fact, every time we go and we start a conversation with generative AI, we are actually seeking out a little bit of work, a little bit of labor to be done on our behalf. But if we only have one tool at our disposal, we always have to use that model. We always have to pay that cost. We always have to use that one set of talent, even if it's not the best talent for the job. So one of the really important things in Amplify is the ability to actually go and use the talent that makes sense for the task, or that makes sense because it's the best priced for the task, or because it has unique characteristics in the way that it reasons, or maybe the way it writes, that just fit the task better. But we can't do that if we're stuck within one model. So going and having the ability to choose from many different models essentially allows us to get the best talent at the best price to perform our task. Now, if you think about this, if you're going to go and help somebody or get somebody to help you reason through a problem, you want the absolute smartest, best person for that problem. On the other hand, if you're just writing an email, maybe you don't need the smartest person on the planet, but you want somebody that writes in the style that most resonates with you and is the voice you want to communicate to others. But you can only do those types of things with an LLM if you have vendor independence, the ability to go and switch between different models. The other really critical thing is the moment you become vendor independent is as this intense competition in AI heats up, what we see is they release new models all the time with different pricing characteristics. And we can get more bang for our buck, basically more intelligence for our buck, or the price will go down all the time. So suddenly, in order to get that task done before, we might have had to pay a lot more, and a new model comes out that can perform that task just as well, but at a much lower price. But the only way to take advantage of those new developments is if we can go and pick and choose models from whichever vendor has produced the very best, most cost-efficient, highest intelligence model for the task at a particular time. So going and having vendor-independent model selection isn't just about going and being able to have fun and choose whatever you want. It's about actually getting the smartest, right model for the task, to be able to pick and choose what suits you, but also to gain that economic advantage, that pricing advantage when you have a competitive market where you can go and find the most competitively priced intelligence to perform the task for you.